Hello, everybody. Today I'm here with the next levels for Dr. Mario World, and these took a little bit of time. They weren't too bad, and it looks like it doesn't say that the glitch is fixed, but it seems like a lot of the levels, on mine at least, are doing a lot better and getting all the points and everything. I don't know if people are still having trouble or not, but I did not have any trouble with these specific levels, with that specific glitch that keeps you from getting points sometimes. And even the level that it was happening on, I went back to it now and it is not having that problem. So hopefully for everyone it is fixed. So let's talk about this level here. I just brought in Wario. I'm sure someone who broke barrels like Lemmy, or someone that can break blocks as well would be pretty good. But I just brought in Wario, and at the beginning you're just kind of wedging some single capsules into some spaces that line up well. These flasks sometimes spawn in, I think, viruses, and other times spawn in, I don't remember, there was something else. Oh, I think electric bombs. I believe that's what they spawn in. And I don't know what constitutes whether you get an electric bomb or a virus. It seems like most of the time it's viruses, but sometimes you get electric bombs. And that's part of the luck of it, I guess. We're just going through here, and this one, as you saw at the beginning, I got 2 stars on it at once, and then I came back to it here and got 3 stars. So you just need to make sure you have a lot of capsules left over when you're done here. Seems like more and more often levels have been harder to get 3 stars on. There were a few worlds in the past where I just beat them in like one quick go, like with very few hiccups, and recently I've been having to just do levels over and over again. And usually I'm able to beat them just fine. It's the 3 stars that's a problem. Which makes sense for this type of game. It just wasn't always that case, I think. So we really just have to destroy this this one virus here that is covering a blue coin. So I'm gonna, I don't even remember which one it is, but one of these viruses has a blue coin behind it. It must be this yellow one here. Wait, what? I'm confused. I'm looking at this. Is it the blue one? I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. It must be this blue one. I feel like I can see it there. Yeah. I don't know what I was doing there. Okay, whatever. I think at that one point I misplaced that capsule. So that's my bad. But there are a lot of different ways I could have done that. And that was almost a pretty bad mess up there. Kind of embarrassing, honestly. But let's move on to the next one. We brought in Ludwig for this one. And I think he's a pretty good choice just because at the end there's quite a lot of ice stuff. Now I do get 3 capsules and I end up finishing with 2. So I guess he really did help me out here to beat it with those 2 extra capsules. Or I guess 3 extra capsules, but I don't know. I feel bad for beating it on this one. But the strategy is viable, and I was just barely a little bit off. If I had done something just a tiny bit better, I would have still beaten it without those 3 capsules, so just keep that in mind. We're trying to get to this yellow lock right away. You can use some of the extra colors you have to set up next to some of these electric bombs you can see in here. Just lining up with colors that work. And it is annoying trying to get through this lock here. But once you get through it, then the rest of this opens up here. And then all these electric bombs will pretty much go off. Not all of them every time, but sometimes they will all trigger each other. And then you're trying to get to this red lock next. And I would suggest leaving some of these viruses along the sides here, because then you can use them to break the electric boxes instead of just wasting all your capsules clearing them later. You might as well leave them now and then use the viruses that you have to clear anyways to get through them. So it's going to be kind of tough to wedge your way into this red lock. Sometimes it lines up red viruses next to the red lock and makes it super easy to clear. It's unfortunate I didn't get it this time around. Again, if I had a little bit better luck on this one, it would have been a lot different, and I would have cleared it with more capsules than I ended up having. So now that everything is iced, Ludwig just kind of starts clearing some random stuff. I meant to take that out of the video and I forgot. That's alright. Sorry about that. And I'm just clearing out some of these other extra electric electric blocks, or I guess green coins here. And now at this point I'm kind of just like, okay, I might as well get rid of this one here, allow myself to get rid of all these reds, and then I can basically get through everything else just fine. And then I use some reds here because I don't need the reds anymore to get rid of this top section here. And then bringing the red down. Now I can get to the blue from underneath. And then if they would have given me a double yellow here as well, I would have been able to do this. I also had, or I decided to leave Ludwig's skill for that final yellow one that's off by itself. So that's what I ended up clearing it there. But yeah, if I had just gotten a double yellow there would have been no problem. So again, the strategy was viable. I needed a little bit more better luck. I didn't get it, so those 3 extra capsules did end up helping me. I apologize that kind of makes it seem illegitimate, but let's just move on to the next one here with Larry. I think Larry is pretty much the perfect character for this because the floating viruses are not that hard to clear. It's just that towards the end of it, you're going to be wasting a lot of capsules on hitting some of the colored crates that you didn't get before. And even at the beginning of the round, you're going to have to clear out some crates that are just in your way. And with Larry, he just eliminates most of those for you with just a few of his skill. And then all you have to do is work on these floating viruses, which is pretty monotonous really, but I mean, that's really all there is to it. It's just going for whatever's next to you. They also have cannons spawning in. I know, or I'm pretty sure there's something else that spawns in as well. I can't remember. But we're just working our way through here. And I'm mostly just waiting to get Larry's skill so that we can get rid of some of the stuff in our way. A strategy, if you're really close, is to just clear some smaller things out and then allow the rest of the stage to open up for you once you get Larry's skill, which I will get here in a second. There we go. So now that a bunch of the stages, a lot more opened up, you can see it's just much easier to get to a lot of these viruses. You also just hope that a lot of stuff lines up for you, and you know, like all these yellows are next to each other here, which will be very nice for me to clear. If I had gotten a double yellow, all of that area would have just been deleted pretty much. So some of these cannons are helping me out. Some of them kind of get trapped in between colored crates, so they're not available yet, like that one red one. And again, we're just going for whatever's available to us right now, waiting to get Larry's skill and get rid of the rest of the colored crates, so the rest of the stage is just open for you. And here I'm going to use this these yellow cannons to get rid of that. Now we've gotten rid of all the colored crates here, and the rest of the level is just clearing out the few floating viruses we have left. If you want to get some more cannons, you can just place a bunch of single capsules down and hopefully some cannons will spawn over the stuff you need. Because right now I only have blues on stage, so any other colors I can just use to hit the cannons. And here I get a double blue, which is very nice to do that kind of strategy. And then these two at the bottom are lined up nicely, so hitting those at the same time. This cannon is not covering anything, but it will give me some extra points, which isn't really necessary. You're going to get 3 stars on this one. And I'm literally just trying to get blues now. The blue cannon is not about to help me. So yeah, I'm getting it very close on how many capsules I have remaining. But we get this here, and we get a double blue, so it works out. I was worried on points, honestly. I was a little afraid that 1,000 points wouldn't be enough. Luckily it is enough, so. I guess if you don't bring in point boosting assistance, you might not get 3 stars, just depending on how much you have left at the end here. But it's time to move on. I decided for this one that I really wanted to give Piranha Plant another level to do. It seemed like he'd be able to do it, and I actually this is the first time I'd ever tried this level, and I decided to just bring in Piranha Plant to see if he worked. And he was not great for it, I have to admit. But he is possible to beat it. I did end up doing it with Piranha Plant, so that was nice, I guess. I get one more little showcase of Piranha Plant here. I can't imagine I'm going to bring him in all that often, so I figured I might as well just bring him in now while people are still interested in seeing him. And the thing about him is sometimes he hits the things you want him to hit. Basically, if there's ever a blue virus, you're going to want him to hit a blue virus. But the yellows and reds are lined up so that you hit them all at the same time. So every time that it doesn't do that, it kind of messes you up. So there is a lot of luck involved in bringing Piranha Plant. Obviously, you're probably not going to want to bring Piranha Plant. I would just bring in Wario. This level is pretty easy in my opinion, and just getting more capsules will help it go a lot smoother. And once you're getting towards the end here, you just want to get to these locks now. And you can leave all these other viruses here if you'd like. Obviously, you don't really need reds and yellows for anything, so you might as well use them. But otherwise, Piranha Plant, for me at least, will clear them for you. And now getting this final lock with anything I got. Now I just want to use all the blues that I get to get these cannons at the bottom here. Now, if you bring in Piranha Plant, your hope is that he will hit the blue viruses for you. His skill is not going to charge in time for me to do this side, so I just end up doing this. What's nice about it is that the blues are lined up nicely there for me to hit that way, but it's not always that case. Sometimes they fall, and they're still bubbled. But if they're lined up correctly, then that won't be a problem. And on this side, I was able to get his skill for it, so all I had to do was hit the cannon, and then everything falls. So yeah, I don't know what doctor to suggest to bring in other than them, because if you bring in someone that gets rid of bubbles, the bubbles are a very small part of it. So really, you're going to want to bring in a character that doesn't really affect the stage all that much, because the stage is meant to be set up in a way that you can clear it very easily by getting the correct colors for it. So. And on this last one here, we brought in Morton. I'm sure there's another way to beat this other than bringing in Morton, but man, I don't know what you're going to do. I brought in Wario and I got kind of close, but I would not bring in Wario. If you have Morton, definitely bring in Morton. I'm pretty sure mine's only level 1, and I was still able to beat it, so. But I would suggest, if you bring in Morton, to start with the bubble side. And you're also going to want to get all the coins as fast as you can as well, because then the middle section will open up. If you wait to get all the coins till the very end, you're going to have to go back a lot to get those caged coins. So just start off with the bubbled side until you get Morton's skill. Hopefully he'll get rid of some of the fans for you. And then start clearing the viruses around places that the fans have been cleared. And now you'll eventually get Morton's skill again. Now we only have one fan left, so basically that side is all open for me to just start clearing. You're going to end up wasting a lot of single capsules here, and there's not really a great way to get around that. I would suggest just bringing stuff down whenever you can. Don't worry too much about using every single capsule. You will have wasted quite a bit by the time you're done with this, but there are a lot of sections where you can kind of do it nicely, and especially once the coins in the middle are opened up, you can do the ones in the middle and use the single capsule you have left over, like I just did there. And now that once we have all of the fans and bubble machines gone, Morton will just clear one virus, so you're going to want to hope that he clears something nice for you. Otherwise, you're kind of going to be doing some extra work cleaning up the mess that he made. You might even want to just not use his skill, because he can kind of sabotage some runs for you. Like, we do have one iced yellow there and one single blue down in the corner. If he was able to clear those for you, that would be great, but chances are he probably won't go for that, so just keep that in mind. See, like right there, he got rid of blue one. That kind of just wastes another capsule for me that I have to bring down into there. And you will most likely also have this one coin up at the top here with the key, which is nice that holds the key up in place until you're ready to get rid of it. But that will probably be one of the last things you're going to do. And you're like, for me, I don't need reds anymore, so I might as well try and bring reds down into it. And it can be kind of annoying to try and get to that coin. I use the rainbow capsule to get there. You're going to want to hope that you get a double capsule to get into that little space. So, there we go. The key falls there. So, those are the levels for this one. Honestly, I think these were the 5 easiest ones so far. Actually, the first 5 were not too bad, but Man, the last video I did was unbelievable. But anyways, we have one section left. Hopefully I'm able to do it today. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you then. Goodbye.